This is the Dave and Checky Show.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the tumultuous life of the inchworm.
No.
And its place in society.
No.
I'm sorry, the silkworm. What a mistake.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to this video version of Middle-Aged Cool Kids super terrific podcast featuring your pals.
Tony and Bobby.
Am I Bobby?
You never know.
Okay. Tony and Bobby are what? What?
They're on vacation in Fire Island.
Oh, okay. Well, excellent. I'm sure they're having a blast. Why did you think of that?
I don't know. You ever go to Fire Island?
I have never been to Fire Island. I used to live in Long Beach, but I was
that reminds me of a Coldplay joke.
I didn't realize there were Coldplay jokes.
Yes. They're inappropriate.
I see.
So tell me.
Can I just say something that is really painfully obvious to me?
What's that?
I am 5'6", 5'5", 3/4 perhaps. You are 5'10" and a half, perhaps?
Hey, take it ish.
Why am I towering over you on this couch?
Because I like to lay back.
Oh, I see.
I'm laid back.
Oh.
You're up in front.
I am. I'm up front, drinking my Pepsi.
You're the Neil Cassidy of this bus, baby.
What does that mean?
You're driving the bus. You're Neil Cassidy on the road.
Excellent. That's
well,
excellent.
It's not on the road. It's real life. On the road was Dean Moriarty.
Okay. Anyway.
Talking Dean Moriarty.
All right. Is that what you wanted to talk about today? Because that is not what I had
but that
planned.
reminds me of Kerouac on the Steve Allen show.
I see.
Boom.
Boom. I don't know. I think I've used that in a podcast at some point because I'm very familiar with that clip.
All right.
He's like at a piano or something and reading.
Yes.
Yes.
It's
all right.
Beats, man. It's like beat poetry.
You're beat.
Wow. Whoa.
Sorry. You're beat. Anyway, today, look, we watch a lot of YouTube. I personally watch a lot of YouTube, and I have seen PewDiePie and Cinnamon Toast Ken watching ridiculous shit and commenting on it, and it's been quite entertaining. Even if we have no idea what the ridiculous shit is. Like, sometimes it's like shows like 90 Day Fiancé or something, or stuff like that we don't watch at all. And so today, Dave and I are going to be reacting to an old school show. Dave has no idea what it is because...
Good. I thought I forgot. Oh, you told me and I didn't listen.
That does happen quite a bit, but that is not the case today. In honor of the recent Shark Week, I was watching Shark Week on Discovery Plus, and there was so much fun shark stuff. David Dobrik and his friends went and did some Shark Week stuff. The lovely Tara Reid and
Yucky.
Yucky what?
Yucky stuff.
Which one?
Sharks are to be cherished, man. This is giving sharks a bad name, bro.
The lovely Tara Reid and Ian Ziering.
That's
also,
Ian, man.
He says Ian.
Yeah.
I mean, who am I to say?
Well, I am, because my middle name's Ian.
I see.
And I am not Ian.
Perhaps.
There's no I in Ian.
Maybe your middle name is Ian.
I am.
Did you ever ask?
All I can tell you is my two first names are David and then Ian. So I'm a Davidian.
Oh, okay. Excellent for everyone.
Yes, follow me.
Is that why you're so
Christ-like.
weirdly opinionated? No, opinionated.
Is that why I have several wives? No.
What?
What? I don't know. I'm a Davidian.
I see. Anyway,
Opinionated, yes.
Ian Ziering, Tara Reid, who is lovely.
Ian Ziering. That sounds like a fake.
That
sounds like a fake ring. What was that? What is it called?
Oh, cubic zirconia?
Yeah, Ian Ziering.
I see.
That thing's made of Ian Ziering.
Maybe it's Ian's earring.
Whoa! That dude should open a fucking jewelry company. Ian Ziering. It's right there.
This is my life every day. Okay, so they did a Sharknado type of Shark Week show, which was very fun, really scripted, and I mean, ridiculously scripted.
I just got to say,
Yes.
a Sharknado.
Yes.
Now, is that a vacuum cleaner?
It is not.
Well, it should be.
Okay.
Shark Vacuum should make a Sharknado edition.
Maybe they've tried, but the licensing is too expensive.
On the bottom, a big shark's mouth.
Ah.
All right, go on. I'm sorry.
Oh.
What were you saying?
Anyway, in the spirit of Shark Week, in celebration of Shark Week, and all things sharks.
How do you celebrate Shark Week without fucking Robert Shaw? You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's not with us anymore.
But he's on the wall.
He's on the wall.
Yes, he is.
What wall is that?
The wall behind us that you can't see. Robert Shaw's name is on the wall.
Okay, Dave
Boom.
is alluding to the secret curtains I've put up so you don't see how messy the house is behind.
we
I
got
didn't want
Robert
him to
Shaw
bring it
right
up
on the wall.
but perhaps,
All right.
Are you ready, Dave?
Yes.
Today, we are watching In Search of, from 1978, The Shark Worshippers. Are you ready?
Shark worshippers. I don't think that's a thing.
Well, apparently it is.
Are they in Hawaii?
We'll see. They'll tell us.
Whoever enters the sea risks the remote yet ever-present possibility of shark attack.
Is this the Fiji Islands?
He'll tell us. It's definitely not Florida.
That's true.
Those are some monster waves.
Is that Ian Zarin?
It is not. Who was Big Surfer in 78?
Armed with sharp teeth, abrasive skin, and powerful jaws, sharks can strike anyone, at any time, and in any waters.
Not any waters.
Are they going to show us attacks? Or are
You're
they
telling
just-
me a shark's going to attack in a lake?
The
Well,
lucky
Any
few escape
waters.
with only cuts and bruises.
How about Roger Waters? Will he talk you there?
Those children have no
Curious
clothes on.
predator.
I bet their belly
The
buttons were
unlucky
out.
majority
Stop
suffered
it.
ghastly injuries.
I don't know what
In
you're
these
talking
tragic
to.
cases,
Don't
man
be
becomes the
that way.
helpless prey of a wild
Whatever that
animal.
way is.
A killer that sometimes attacks from hunger.
When I was a kid, I went
but
swimming
more
with kids and they had their
often
belly
from pure
buttons, but they were
aggression.
out. At the
Maybe
lake.
they were
It's a
hungry or
public
something.
lake.
Attack groups of swimmers,
You know who had a
even
huge
boats,
outie
with
belly
sudden
button?
fury.
Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
Nah.
You don't want to know
Maybe
how I
when
know.
Sarah spotted
That's
a
true.
shark circling her children.
That is a tiny
Armed with
shark.
only a piece of driftwood, she managed to rescue them.
Okay.
Spear fisherman Floyd Pear nearly lost his leg.
Oy.
Pearl diver Iona Asai nearly lost his head.
Wow.
Without any warning, something hit me
That's
with
not
tremendous
figuratively.
force, recalled cameraman Henri Bourse. The shark had taken his leg.
I mean,
Well, I thought Ian
Swimmer
Ziering said they
Albert
weren't on the
Conley
menu.
lost an arm, a shoulder,
I don't
and his
know.
life.
They're not on the menu. How come all
These
those
tattered
guys
remains
died?
were all that was
Leonard
found of
Nimoy
Navy
is saying
Lieutenant
differently.
James Neal.
They're not on the menu, but those clothing are. The clothing are. Oh, I want one of those.
Whoever searches for the shark must realize that he places his life in great jeopardy and cannot
That's
predict
very
the
cool.
outcome of a confrontation.
Yeah, back then they even had that.
Mr. B should get that.
To the untrained eye, this shark might appear to be retreating. Just moments after these pictures were taken, however, it suddenly attacked.
Oh, shit.
Marine biologist Dr. Walter Stark managed to escape, but his submarine was severely damaged.
Oh, snap.
This is a reenactment.
Is it? I don't
Whoever
think you can
plays
get a
with
shark
wild
to
sharks
reenact, but that's
soon
not
learns
a
that
that's
they
not
have
a
been known
big
to
shark.
bite the hand that feeds them.
This came out. I guess this is
In
probably
dangerous
have to do
waters,
with Jaws
survival
being out
means
recently.
protection. The shark cage, standard equipment for divers. The shark bubble, underwater observation in comfort and safety.
Shark bubble.
Those
The
are
shark
small
bag,
sharks.
effective camouflage for victims of air and sea disasters. It has replaced old-fashioned shark repellent with which was distributed.
Here we
more for
have
morale
placed the
purposes
town
than
idiots.
any realistic hope of
Repellent.
thwarting
I
an
thought that
attack.
came in a can on the Bat utility belt.
Imaginative
Yes, the
inventors
village
have gone
What?
so far as to propose striped wetsuits
What
to confuse
outfit
sharks.
is that? Oh,
To attract a
Electric
shark.
wetsuits
it says it
to shock
confuses them.
They like zebras.
But here we are, what, 40 years
them.
later,
Underwater parachutes
and
to slow
those
them
have
down.
not caught on, those striped wetsuits.
Yeah, they did. Jail uniforms.
The most widely used protective device is the simplest, a stick. A cloud on the nose or a poke at the body is often sufficient to discourage an overly curious shark from getting too close.
Again, these are really not large sharks. These are not Jaws level sharks. You can probably push that one away with a stick.
If a shotgun shell is attached to the end of the stick, it becomes a lethal weapon called a bang stick.
Bang stick. Oh, fuck!
What's wrong with these people?
What the
Even
fuck?
the
Why did you
bravest
do
diver,
that?
Armed with a bang stick is in mortal danger, however, when a shark signals it is about to attack. Arched back, downward pointed fins, erratic swimming, it means that the animal's territorial
Yeah,
borders
I wonder
have been
why they
violated.
attack when they always get killed by bang sticks. You know, if they were killing me with bang sticks, I would have an instinct to attack also.
Dude, I have to say, I have not heard again
The
of a
trigger
bang
that
stick.
unleashes a shark
Si-
attack is a
since-
mystery. Scientists are only beginning to
She's
understand
flailing.
how a shark finds its target.
Is it flailing? Because she's flailing.
All living creatures radiate minute electromagnetic fields, usually detectable only with the most sensitive instruments.
Lazy river.
Even
Yeah.
a small electric current passed through water in which a shark is swimming is sensed by the animal.
This
Oh,
should be
shit.
called shark
Thus,
torture.
the shark may be able to navigate by
No,
Earth's
they, that one,
gravity
that.
and stalk its victims electronically.
that
The shark's
maybe
eye
is-
is a highly sensitive
What
organ.
the fuck are they
In the
doing?
dimmest light, it enhances contrast and
Okay.
detects fast movement, an ideal adaptation for locating prey in dark, murky waters.
This is ghoulish, right?
Sharks
seems
are also
abusive to
able
sharks, I
detect
tell ya.
vibrations very quickly
And we're not
from a
Imagine if
snowflakes.
sharks were doing these kind of experiments on humans.
Yeah, well-
We would
was
make them
allowed to peer
extinct.
into the water, over which he broadcast
Maybe
the
that's
tape
why
recording of
aliens do that to
struggling
us.
fish.
They abduct us and then they do fucked up shit to us.
The low
Maybe
They
the
look at
sharks
us
are
like
the
sharks.
aliens.
attracts a
Oh,
horde
maybe.
of
Well,
excited
maybe you're
sharks.
going in a whole other direction. Excuse me. Okay, what is
The men in
that?
this canoe are dumping bushels of fish scraps, the waste of a tuna cannery.
You're the waste of a tuna cannery.
It's Leonard Nimoy. He's a American
Called by
legend.
some the swimming nose.
More
the
into
shark is
Leonard
the
Nimoy.
bloodhound of the sea. Its sense of smell is legendary.
I guess I don't know
A
what that
large
is.
part of a shark's
Isn't that the
brain
guy who did all those
devoted
crazy
to interpreting
paintings?
odors.
The sports paintings?
Sharks are able to
His name
detect
is Leonard
even minute
Nimoy?
quantities
I thought
of
so.
blood.
You're probably right.
Soon the water
I always
churns.
confuse the two.
Giant
I always
fins of hundreds
think it's
of
Peter
hunger
Max or
maddened
something.
Peter Max, it's another
ranging in
catch.
size
I
from
see.
5 to 12
Did he do
feet.
similar paintings?
At times like
No,
this,
but he did pop
sharks
art in
will
the
strike
60s.
at
I see.
anything.
He had a very distinct style.
Okay, they have a lot of waste. They could be feeding cats with
If a
that.
man fell overboard, he would be
You're lucky they're not throwing cats overboard.
If they start doing that shit, I'm gonna be really angry.
This show's not up to snuff.
I don't know, for me in the 70s, this was must-see TV. You weren't into it?
I might have been into it. I'm just saying,
This is the savage spectacle of shark frenzy.
that whole
The
bang
image of
stick thing was not happening, man.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
So quite frankly, if the sharks eat these two guys, I don't care.
Well, I don't think those two guys with
In my
bang
mind,
stick
they're
guys-
responsible.
Okay, they're not. They're just dumping tuna heads.
Who told them to do that?
The ancient
Somebody.
Hawaiians
Who
knew
the hell
as
paid them to do that? Why aren't they out there doing it?
The Gilbert
he seems to
Islands,
enjoy
he was
it.
Wakawa. In Fiji, Dakawanga.
See? Fiji. I told you it's Fiji.
Mekwa. Throughout the South Pacific, the shark was worshipped as
See?
the greatest god.
People do worship the sharks.
Well, why are they hurting them?
My
Less
goodness.
than 50 years ago, sacrificial victims were strangled on coral stone altars and thrown to the sharks.
Jesus.
But the missionaries who filmed
Mary
these
and
headhunters
That's a
Joseph.
in
stage
1900
dance. What's going on
waged
here?
all-out
It's
war
a shark
on the pagan
dance.
shark god.
I guess.
I would not advise doing
Countless
that.
human lives have been sacrificed
Well, that's a
to the
shirt.
shark god.
He needs an
His
undershirt.
followers have dwindled to a
No, he's
handful of
cool.
true believers. The shark worshippers, however, can still be found.
Me and Leonard are on the same page.
Beyond the frontiers.
It's a Jew dress code.
I don't like that page. I like an undershirt.
Yeah, could be that. He's got no shirt at all.
He's got a... Is that a shark or...
Ally of fishermen.
He's all shark toothed
His
up.
name is still remembered with reverence in modern-day Fiji.
Fiji.
Tradition says Tuvu Harbor is the sacred ancestral home of Dakawanga.
That's
Now,
picturesque.
it is an exclusive resort.
That's not.
Tourists, however, never
It
see
is.
the shark god.
I don't know what it is.
But the women of the Anuta Island.
Uh-oh, are we gonna see boobs?
This is where they filmed Gilligan's Island, the real one. There's Gilligan. He's transgender now.
The only person ever
Oh,
killed by a
Gilligan.
shark
Little
here
buddy.
was a
Now he's
visitor from
Gilligan.
another town,
Gilligan.
a woman who did not believe in the shark god. On another island, a tourist fell overboard and was immediately
When do you
attacked by a
think...
huge
Okay,
shark.
do you think, A, in
policeman
Fiji in
prayed to
1978 they
Dakawanga
were
before
still
jumping
doing this?
bravely
Or
into
do you
the
think this
bloody
is
water
completely
to
made
attempt
up?
a rescue.
They might still be doing this.
You think they're still doing it now, too?
I don't know about
Swam
that.
peacefully away.
Like, when did they stop?
Rather than
Stop doing
relying
what?
on the shark god's mercy in the
Strangling
future,
people and putting them on the
authorities are
corals so the
building
shark
guardrails.
could eat them.
Oh. No, they're not doing that
In still
anymore.
another village, a bricklayer
it's only been
claims he
40
was
years,
saved by
that's
the
a
shark
blip.
god when his boat sank far out at sea.
Do you think the internet?
He says for 2 days and 2 nights,
I
he
don't
rode
know.
on the back of a huge shark, which carried him to shore with an escort of smaller sharks.
Liar.
He's a fibber. I'm sorry
A
to
few
tell
witch
you.
doctors occasionally include the shark god in their incantations. Condroya, one of the most powerful witch doctors, regularly toasts Dakawanga as he drinks a native potion.
Dakawanga.
Twice a year, he and his apprentice perform the ritual of the sacred tooth. They believe
Yuck.
the shark god appears at midnight to accept the offering.
That's a big tooth.
Fables and symbolic ceremonies are all that remain of what was once the all-powerful religion of Fiji.
See?
So that was their...
Missionaries and other newcomers
That was their entire
toppled
religion.
Dakawanga from his throne in most of the South Pacific Islands. In the tiny village of Laulasi, however,
That doesn't
the
look like a shark to me. It looks like a
still reigns
stingray.
supreme.
Did we miss it where he said something about a stingray?
In the Solomon Islands, the people of Laulasi cling precariously to the Stone Age.
That's pretty, I ain't gonna lie.
Adventurer Terry Hannigan is returning to the mysterious island where pagan priests once accepted him as a brother.
Terry Hannigan.
Once.
And not anymore. I bet all of this shit is
When I
gone.
first came to
I bet
Laulasi
this
in
is all
1973,
resort.
I was
Probably.
lucky enough to witness a lot of occurrences.
We need to do a
mainly
Where Are They
defied
Now?
My ability
Where
Not
is
him.
Terry Hannigan?
That guy, where's he
shark
now?
calling, particularly the totemic
Terry.
shark.
You think
they
Terry
were
Hannigan's
able to
alive, or you
call
think he
with the
got eaten by a
performance of
shark?
the
I don't know. I'd like to know.
We can look.
Now, on 2 occasions, Boscaranone, the shark priest, was able to call these in virtually on order. This was quite
The
amazing
shark
to me because
priest.
the animals came from down current where they couldn't have scented the blood from the sacrifice that was put in the water. And it was just one of those things where you say to yourself, there certainly are some new things under the sun.
Are those little children starving, or they just have big bellies?
I don't know.
The people's 2 main cultural backbones have been
Holy
the
shit.
worship of their ancestors through the spirit shark and through the making of shell money.
Did he have a tail? What was that coming off
Now
of
that
his
I've come
back?
back, I notice a lot of the old ways changing. A lot of the familiar faces are no longer here. A lot of the people have moved away. Well, the general tenor of village life is missing. The young people all seem to be drawn to the capital where dollars and bright lights seem to beckon them. And it's really sad
What
for
a
me
cutie.
to have to witness it.
Dash a cutie.
So, Rama, yes, what kinds of something have in our village now since time before we come here?
Hurry up and light that thing, for fuck's sake. Let a
The
man enjoy
Australian
a
has a
cigarette.
talk in pidgin English with the villagers. His friend Ramo tells him that the people are bitter and confused. A group of unscrupulous businessmen and corrupt officials from the capital persuaded them to deposit all their worldly wealth in a bank and then embezzled the money.
Oh my
leaving
God.
Laulasi destitute. Sios tells another sad story. The young people are moving away for jobs on the mainland. Even worse, they are abandoning the shark god Bekwa. Seos fears a terrible curse has
I
been
guarantee you,
put upon Lolassi by
none of this
enemies.
stuff is here.
Only the
There is
strongest
no more
magic
talk of shark
can
gods
save them.
down there.
Bosikuru no
Yeah.
feels that
This-
he
I
should
bet
make
this
a
last
special
40 or so
sacrifice
years
to summon
has
the
just-
shark god. If Bekwa answers, the curse will be broken.
Eliminated
If
all
not,
of this.
The people must assume their shark god has deserted them.
Mm-hmm.
Before the sacrifice can take place, the living dead must be consulted.
Uh-oh.
A 90-year-old holy man who calls himself Moses will play a key role. He lives alone in a hut, taboo to all but a few lesser priests. His days are spent talking to the ghosts of the dead. He will pray to the shark spirit for the blessing of his ancestors for what is about to occur.
What is about to occur?
If a loved one
know.
dies in Lolassi, the body is fed to the sacred sharks. Only the head is preserved, wrapped in leaves.
They are sacrificing
When
someone.
Moses chants
On
to the
this show.
skull,
No, he's already
he believes
dead.
he is talking to the dead, whose spirit lives on in the body of the shark.
This is a nice shot.
In a sacred glen behind the taboo hut,
Oh,
a
boy.
pit 20 feet deep has been dug to hold 17 generations of Lolassi skulls.
These people are
ready to be consulted
unsanitary.
in times of
Good
crisis.
riddance.
Those are people that they sacrifice, bro. That's what I'm saying. They sacrifice somebody, and then they just keep the skull and they
Spirits have given
toss
Moses
it.
approval to proceed with the ceremony.
Are they gonna kill somebody?
This is the Jeffrey Dahmer tribe.
Men dance in honor of Bekwa, he who helps them to find fish.
He who
and
dances
shells.
wrong gets
He who
sacrificed.
guides their boats to safety.
This takes James Brown finding band members for messing up parts to a whole nother level. Fucking, what the?
Bosikuru delivers the ceremonial pig. A few generations ago, the sacrifice would have been human.
Huh? Why are they sacrificing a pig?
Because the cameras are on.
You think it would be a person if the
shark
cameras weren't
priests
there?
prepare
Why
the
not?
offering according to the secret ways of their faith.
These people are nuts.
This is crazy. This would never be on TV today, right?
No.
Women call on Bekwa to protect their men and children,
Quite
to
frankly,
keep any renegade sharks from attacking
YouTube
them.
should be removing this.
Well,
This is a village where everyone spends
Why do you
at least
why do you say
several
that?
hours a day
Because they
swimming
censor
in
so much
waters
other stuff,
full of
and they
dangerous
allow
sharks.
this.
Yet, the Lolassi claim that no villager has ever been attacked by a shark, except one man.
It's the
who
boobs, you
denied
think?
The power of Bekwa.
What do you mean it's the boobs?
do you think they should censor it because of boobs?
The
No.
sacrifice is about to begin. Mysteriously,
It's
sharks have
inhumane.
gathered in the waters
It's
near the
fucking-
taboo hut.
it's
just
whack. The whole
moments
thing is
before
whack.
The shark priests appear.
But you
Terry, Ramo,
you're
and
not
the male
interested
villagers
in
are
what
now
cultures did 40
participants
years ago?
in a religious communion which has been shared by the Lolassi people and the sharks for hundreds
Is
of
it whack
years.
that these people did that, or it's whack that we're being shown that people do that?
They just have not progressed as a society enough.
We haven't?
They haven't.
Maybe they have by now, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they all got embezzled and pushed out.
The sacrifice
And
is
now
placed
it's
in the
normal
water
because
by Bosikuru
people took over.
with a prayer to the spirit shark. 20 yards away, children play unafraid. The great spirit shark appears, an awesome 10-footer.
I mean, do they have fucking
According to
sewage
Bosikuru,
system? Do they
it
have
is essential
plumbing?
that this shark be the
I don't
first
What
think
is going
so.
on there?
I mean, I think
The
these are
1970s.
May the
This is not
lesser
like this is the
sharks follow.
1500s.
no, but I think this village is
Guys
without
washing in the
electricity.
water.
Circles the bait, but does not bite.
Well, we gotta recycle, and this guy's washing in the water.
Well, this is again
Through
40
age-old
years ago.
secret prayers,
Wow.
Bosikuru calls to the sharks. Other sharks move in expectantly, ready for their part in the drama.
What am I looking at there?
Now Bosikuru must pray to Bekwa. Let the spirit shark be the first to strike. Suddenly, Bekwa takes the sacrifice. Faith has been rewarded. The devil has been defeated.
All right, that's just utter insanity.
That's weird.
The others move in quickly, finishing off the sacrifice in a sudden frenzy. The ancient bond between man and
This is
shark
uneducated folklore leading your life.
But for how
This
long?
almost seems like it's not real, right?
Songs of praise to Bekwa now ring throughout Laulasi. The shark god has answered.
Do you think this is real or staged?
I don't know.
These people will always.
Is that Tom Green?
It's not. Why would you think it looks? It doesn't look anything like.
He's
Tom
got
Green.
cabbage on his head.
I see.
I've got a lot of good friends here, people who'll still be friends of mine in a lot of years to come, even though their way of life may not outlive
I gotta
the
look up.
friendship.
What's his name? Terry Hannigan?
Is it?
I think so.
Luckily enough, Boss Grunone, the shark priest, is still able to call sharks and still able to call the particular shark they worship. But one wonders that with his passing, will this continue? It saddens me to think that this centuries-old way of life may very soon shudder to a halt.
The Laulasi people represent the final spiritual link between man and shark. They alone.
Apparently
live in
Fiji
dangerous
still is
waters
big into
unafraid.
sharks.
They alone call on the shark god and have their prayers answered.
They gotta
If
keep
they
that shit
possess
over
mystical
there.
powers over the sea monster we fear, their secret will be lost forever with the passing of the ancient religion. When their culture dies out, there will be nobody left to love the shark.
Dude, the sharks love the sharks. Is it over?
It's over.
What the hell? Why are we so concerned with loving the sharks? They can take care of themselves.
Well, that's why I thought we would do this because Shark Week or whatever. But you seem to be troubled by these people who worship sharks.
Yeah, well, it just seems inhumane. The
That
whole
they
thing-
worship sharks.
That they worship sharks, that they sacrifice things to sharks. I don't know.
They were sacrificing people to sharks.
People, pigs, the whole thing. Sharks do fine on their own. Don't feed them people or pigs.
I gotta agree, but that was part
We're not
of
even
their
allowed to
religion.
feed the pigeons in some places. You're sacrificing to sharks? Shame on you.
I don't know what to say.
Shark worshippers.
I can't seem to find Terry Hannigan anywhere else but this episode.
Really?
Let me look. Let me perhaps use a different search engine.
Terry, we hardly knew you.
No.
This might be fake then.
Well, I mean,
He's only mentioned in that context? Shark episode?
let me do Terry Hannigan Adventurer.
Oh yes, that's how they described him.
Whatever that is. What does an adventurer do?
They go on adventures.
Hannigan Motorsports.
No.
Captain Hannigan.
Is that some sort of playing card?
I think it's like WoW or something. I'm not sure.
All right, now I find that highly suspect that he does not exist outside of this episode.
Perhaps this whole thing has been made up.
Terry Hannigan, you got a lot of explaining to do.
Let's see. Fiji villagers shark worship. I'm looking at the list of religions in Fiji. Methodists, Catholics, Assemblies of God, Seventh-day Adventists, Anglican, other Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, other, and no religion. I don't see anything about shark priests. Was this not true? Do any of you out there know whether this is true or not?
Maybe back in the day, as it say, like other time periods.
It says Fiji was Christianized in the 19th century. Let me look up Shark Priest.
Good name for a band.
It says the page Shark Priest does not exist.
Shark Priest.
Dakakwa.
That sounds familiar.
Dakawaka?
What a strange angle for them to go on this show when it seems like it's not a real big thing.
Well, again, I think we have to recall the time. We've got Jaws, probably Jaws 2 coming out as well at that point. So people are all into sharks. And that's my guess is that's what happened. That sharks were a big deal.
What about in popular culture? What does it say? Shark God.
You know what the problem is that I just can't see very well with these glasses. They're not close up, so I'm having trouble. American writer Jeff Vandermeer wrote a story about Dakawaka that can be found in his book, The Third Bear. Dakawaka is featured and recreated in the third episode of the TV miniseries Beast Legends. He is the father of the famous villain King Shark of DC Universe. And he is an Atlantean bioweapon in the Earth Prime setting of the Mutants and Masterminds role-playing game.
Interesting.
So,
well, I would say that they probably took some liberties in the making of this episode.
Well, like Nanook of the North, which is like supposed to be one of the first documentaries about this guy in Alaska. It was scripted. So I just don't think that In Search of and Terry Hannigan showed up on this Fiji village, came upon this Fiji village at the right time where they were just about to do this ancient ceremony. I just don't I don't feel it. I think it was bullshit.
Scripted.
I think it was scripted. I'm a little ashamed. But I bet you this was a very high-rated episode because of the shark frenzy that was going on in the U.S. in the mid to late 70s.
Well, that probably makes sense.
All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
Let's leave the sharks alone.
Okay. Like Brittany?
Free the sharks.
Leave Brittany alone?
Don't leave her too much alone. She needs someone.
She doesn't need what's going on.
No.
God bless her. Free Brittany.
Someone had ordered some shirts. They said Free Brittany. That what has something happened, but they spelled it wrong. Like Brittany. Britany. So they got stuck with 10,000 shirts they couldn't sell.
Who did that?
I don't know. I saw it online.
Oh, boy.
Who does that? Who makes the misspelling?
I mean, she spells it in a... I think Brittany is spelled several different ways. And
That's like making a Cher shirt and having it spelled with an S.
But how do you not know? How are you not... You are
That's what I'm saying.
X amount of dollars and this is going to be your big deal. Or did he buy them and they misspelled it?
Maybe he should have sent them to England.
Why?
I don't know. We can use over there. Brittany. It's kind of British.
Oh.
Yeah?
Usually, like, old shirts go to, like, Africa or something, right? To poor kids in Africa?
Yes.
Isn't that what they do for, like, don't they make both, like, winning teams for, like, Super Bowl or World Series? So they have, like, X amount of shirts for both teams and for whoever wins. And then they have all these other shirts and that no one will ever buy. So they just kind of donate them. I don't know.
So someone in Africa is wearing a shirt that has a false world champion on it?
That's right.
That's insanity.
There's probably, thousands of them.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, they don't know. They don't know who. They don't care.
That's terrible.
It's just a shirt to them. They don't care. Maybe they have it inside out. Maybe they really don't care and they just wear it inside out.
I don't know. It seems almost like taking advantage of someone. What, they give them away for free or they sell them over there? I bet someone's making money on it.
Free. I think it's a tax write-off. I mean, no one's probably making money, but probably no one's losing money. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't put it past them to make some money off of it.
Well, I am just too much taller than you. Can you sit up like a person that sits up? Then why couldn't you do that the whole time?
I don't know.
I looked like I was Andre the Giant.
Be comfortable.
I know, but you know what? When we're doing this, let's not be comfortable. Let's be, well, it's too late now. The whole show, I looked like I was Andre the Giant. And you were little Jimmy Hart.
Nonsense.
All right. So this has been episode, I think it's 113, maybe it's 114. Let me check.
I want to ask me.
What?
I don't know which it is.
Oh, I thought you said no one asked you.
No.
Okay. This has been episode 114 of the Middle-Aged Cool Kids Super Terrific Podcast, featuring your pals, Dave and Shecky. If you have missed every other episode and you need 113 or so hours of entertainment, please head to our website at mackpodcast.com, where you can peruse all of our episodes. Some are music, some are movies, and so I'd say most are movies or music, but we also have a conspiracies, unsolved mysteries, and deep dark secret series, which is my favorite. And we also have a radio station, right, Dave?
Mm-hmm.
Tell them all about the radio station.
No.
Why?
It's a station.
Okay. We have an online radio station at mackradio.com, and it's literally a combination of our two music libraries that we have amassed over the past couple of decades, and 30 gigabytes worth of stuff over there at mackradio.com. There's a schedule where you can see what, Funk Fridays, Live Track Saturdays, Union Jack Attack Monday through Friday, all of that stuff. There's a schedule for your viewing pleasure on macradio.com. And anything else you wanted to say?
No.
Nothing?
Nope.
All right. Did you like this?
It was enjoyable, although the subject matter was a little bit odd.
I thought it was Shark Week appropriate, but I didn't realize they would be using a bang stick, and it would kind of throw us into a funk almost immediately. No one wants to see a bang stick.
Bang stick?
Anyway.
That sounds like something you buy in a head shop or a dispensary.
It does?
Yeah, let me get 3 bang sticks. How much are they each?
Oh.
$25 a piece.
What?
Oh, yeah, it's a big one.
I guess so. All right. Well,
or something you would get in a legal fireworks store.
That I could see. I could see buying those. A dozen bang sticks.
And it's like a 4th of July with a big shark on it. Inappropriate.
Oh.
An exploding shark. Like, that's going to sell your product.
Okay. Well, I guess this is it for this episode. Thank you for checking us out. If you are listening on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, or whatever, this is a video version. So
Stitcher? What is that?
It's like a podcast aggregating.
What's the name, though? Who comes up with that name?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. All right. So, yes, this is a video podcast. So check us out on YouTube, where you can see us and the actual video we're watching. unless it gets taken down for being gross. All right. That's it for this week. We will see you next time, America.
Take it easy.
This is the Dave and Checky Show.